two ways to look at this life. You can look at the negative in everything, or you can look at the positive. Just like you have a dream and a goal, if you can see the end result so clear when you close your eyes, don't think about it, just take action, and I promise you the rest will fall into place. Hey, it's Scott, Seven-Figure Surfer Smith here from the beautiful Perth, Western Australia. I want to share a little bit about my story of my humble beginnings to where I am today. It all started with having really positive parents. My mum and dad always bestilled in me that everything be okay, that in the long run, everything works out. My parents always encouraged me to get out there and do things. So from a young age, my dad introduced me to surfing, and once I'd started and caught my first wave on my own, I was hooked. It was my way of escaping, my release. Realising from a young age that school just wasn't for me. I'm just another scenario. I dropped out of schooling, didn't finish grade 9 and took up a trade in mechanical plumbing. The money was really good with plumbing, but my heart was with surfing, and that's my dream, was to travel the world as a pro surfer. But my pro surfing dream was cut short just before my 21st birthday, and they diagnosed me with acute lymphatic leukemia. My parents sat down with the oncologist and were told that I had 97% chance that I wouldn't be here in that 3 months. But the great thing about my parents is they heard that 3%. You can either look at it negative or positive. The 97 or the 3, my parents said, let's run with it and let's go for it and save his life. After 18 months of intense chemotherapy, we were given great news that I was actually in remission. We celebrated and we couldn't believe it was all over, but sadly 18 months after that, I was given the news that it had come back and it was more aggressive, and no one had ever survived a second round of leukemia. And here we are, we beat it again, against all odds, but the worst news was yet to come. We did some tests and I was told that my little swimmers had gone, and there was no way I would ever be a father. I got a great job offer over in Western Australia, and so I moved over there to run a brand new job, but I fell on some stairs and blew out my shoulder. After the operation, we had some intense physio, but I quickly realised, and they said that I may never be able to work above my head again. And a lot of the work that I did was in the ceiling spaces in the hospital, so I was really struggling with a lot of pain just to try to even complete a simple weld. So I thought to myself, what am I going to do? The one thing that I was, good at, the one thing that I thought I'd do for the rest of my life was, all of a sudden I wouldn't be able to do it. And like I'd ask you, what would you do if the one thing you were good at was taken from you? So I thought maybe I could get a job in an office as a manager or something. So the one thing you need these days is learn how to use a computer. So I jumped on my flimsy computer I hardly ever used, and I typed into Google computer management, but something popped up on the screen. I put my email in and this video started playing, and it just really intrigued me, the freedom, the internet, this opportunity that they were showing me, so I went for it. The thought of actually working in an office, even if it was for a plumbing company, just really made me depressed, and I just wanted out. With the amount of work that I put in at the beginning, the hard, long hours, within 6 months, I actually got to quit my job. The feeling of the freedom of walking in and just saying I'm done, I didn't want to work in an office, it would have killed me. Once I quit my job, I realised the freedom that I had, and I actually packed up and did surf the world, travel to luxurious places all over the world. Some places I never dreamed of going, but I actually was traveling the world surfing, which is what I always wanted to do. Yet again, I defied all odds. Those tests they did years ago, they must have missed the 2 Michael Phelps swimmers I had left, because not only was I blessed with a beautiful boy, Seth, straight away after that I was blessed with his beautiful sister, Tess. I never knew what I was put on this earth to do, but when Seth and Tess came along, I just knew that I was born to be a dad. Having the most amazing role models as parents, all I hoped, if I could be half the parents they were, that'd be good enough for me. So about 1.5 years ago, I noticed some changes in Seth. It's just something wasn't quite right. He'd stopped talking and he started not making as much eye contact. And so I took him in to get some tests, and they told me he had autism. Now most people, it would be doom and gloom, but as you know, my struggles in an early age with school, I just know that long term, he'll just be perfectly fine. He's just starting out a little different and he sees things differently just like his dad did. I've been so blessed to have been home all day, every day since they were both born. Being able to watch every milestone of their journey. You know, in this day and age, it seems that both parents now have to be working, which is just plain wrong. You've got the internet here now, and anybody has the opportunity to be able to stay at home with their family or travel the world. Now it's my turn to be able to help others achieve their success, whether it be traveling the world like I used to, or now be at home, a stay-at-home parent with my 2 kids. It's not ever about money, it's what the money can get you that makes it worth it. Without the internet, there is no way I could have ever afforded to be able to get Seth the help that he desperately needed and be there for every session throughout the last year and a half. Get in touch with me and let's get you on your path to success, whatever that looks like. I'll end with this. If your life depended on your success, would you succeed? Take care.